Well, I have to say it is so much fun to be back here at Hughes Water Gardens, and I'm here with Eamon Hughes. And Eamon, one of the things we wanted to just jump into, because this is the time of year when we need to think about all of our different type of water features at our gardens. But let's start with, we're looking at a couple of plants here. There's things we probably should have done last year to prepare for it all.
We could. I found a couple of plants with leaves dying back on it, and a lot of these soft foliage plants die down completely in the winter. It's really important you just go in with the scissors and trim off all of that dead stuff and take it out of the water.
So you're saying as soon as you start seeing this die down, it's time you can go in and take care
just
of that.
Just take it off, because if that rots into the water, it's putting nutrient into the water as it rots, and that's going to feed algae. So you're the whole time trying not to get nutrient in the water that will start algae in your pond.
So really keeping things clean is important.
It's very important. And on lilies, people get sort of confused. It's a springtime thing, but also during the summer, the outer leaves on lilies as they come up will turn yellow and die. That's normal. So what you do is you just pinch them off, low down, take those off all the way around. And what you want to do is get back to just the pure, nice, fresh, new green ones on it. And in winter, as these are going down, probably October into November, I take all the leaves down to the very bottom.
Wow, okay.
And then you'll be in good shape going
so
forward.
Let's say that we did that. Let's say that we were faithful and good gardeners. We got all of that done as the time went on. Then what is it that we need to do to either prepare right now for spring or to already start doing?
So, one of the biggest questions we get asked in spring is, I've algae in the pond.
Right.
And one of the problems with the algae, particularly that filamentous stringy algae, is it sort of comes before the plants get a chance to get going and lock up the nutrient out of the water. So it comes very early in the year. So it's important to use something in the pond that will help to combat that. And there's a number of products. This is one called Green Clean, which is safe for fish, safe for plants, and this oxidizes the algae and makes it float to the surface, and you can take it off.
And so everything that we're going to be talking about today is actually safe for fish, whether you have koi and stuff like that?
It's all safe for fish, and if you have fish or plants, there are different chemicals for different things.
Different things, okay.
Some people just want to sterilize it. Do not use bleach.
Right, okay, I promise I would never will.
Okay, you can use a strong copper solution, which is safe for animals. It doesn't smell of bleach. It doesn't whiten all of your rocks, but it will sterilize, and no algae can grow in there, but also no fish can grow in there. But plants can. So, and then if you want to completely do it, you just up the dosage, and then you can have something with no plants and no fish and just an environment.
But all of these products that you're going to be talking about are fine for the fish?
These are all fine for the fish. The other thing we want to do is get beneficial bacteria into the pond in spring. And what beneficial bacteria do is they actually break down the nitrates and phosphates and break them off into inert, particles. So that's a very good thing to put into your pond just to get it going. And a couple of them, new strains of bacteria they have, actually dissolve or digest the sludge in a pond. They'll always say it on it, this one here, liquid bacteria, that's the Green Clean. This one has bacteria with sludge away. So these are microbes with special microbes that actually break down that muck on the bottom of the pond.
Really? Wonderful.
And it'll save you some of the effort of having to clean out your whole water feature.
Okay, Eamon. But if you are going to have plants, don't they still need some type of fertilizer?
They do. So it's sort of that balancing game between you don't want the algae to have the food, and at the same time your plants need enough food to grow. And the way of doing that are these little plant tabs. They're a special formulation for aquatic plants. And the reason for that is a lot of plant tabs that you buy in a garden centre have copper in them. And if you have fish in your pond, you could kill them, or even zinc. You don't want the copper and the zinc in them. So these are specially formulated just for water plants, and they're a small tablet. If we were to do this lily, the little tablet, you just push it down.
Right into it.
Into it. On a lily like this, I might actually do 4 of them. And that will, on lilies you want to feed through the whole summer, because they're very hungry plants, and you want plenty of blooms coming.
Yeah, and that's when they're blooming.
So if you do that about every 4 or 5 weeks, you'll get a great flush of bloom the whole time during the summer.
And not have a negative effect on the
Not
pond
having
itself.
you may
Right.
notice, what we sometimes notice is where this fertilizer is located, you may have algae starting to come out of it. But I tell people, go in and just take it away
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
with a small net.
And what else do you have for us then?
So then the other way, there's some other, if you don't want to use a chemical, people have found this very useful. It's barley straw. Now you've got to be very careful that it is barley that has not been treated in the field with insecticides.
Good point, yeah.
And this has proven, this releases organisms into the water that actually, again, it's more a bacterial thing, break down the nitrates and that the fertilizer in the water, and as a result the algae are starved out.
And I've actually seen that in larger pond areas. I've seen it in there, and I don't know if they've just put it in or if it floats down, but so I know people use it.
Yeah, they do a full bale, and some of the bigger systems will just drop it. I don't like the look of it, so
Right,
I tend to go with some of the other treatments here just to make it work.
And what is that other treatment there?
This other treatment here is just another pond enzyme with a sludge destroyer. They're all different strains of bacteria. The ones we have here we found have been very successful in keeping it clear.
Well, you know, then you've heard it right there. If you love your water features, no matter how small or large, and you're thinking, I just want to make sure that I do it right this year and that that's beautiful year round, all you have to do is come out here to Hughes Water Gardens, talk to Eamon or his amazing staff, get everything you need to make the garden beautiful, even with your water fountains. Eamon, it is always a joy, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you, William. Take care.